So Henderson brought something up that I thought was kind of funny. Henderson and I met about 4 years ago, and we were in the Dominican Republic. I was in his country, I was in his house, and we were actually doing a tour of the factory.
Yep.
Because Robert Caldwell and Tony Bellato and some of the guys that Henderson works with had brought some of the retailers down. And you know, in normal Robert fashion, right? I love that guy, man. One of the most talented cigar makers there are. But you know, he's not a plan guy. He doesn't have, you know, he's just fly by the seat of his pants. So I'm sitting here with all these retailers, a few consumers, and everybody's just kind of standing around. So I'm like, what do we do? Henderson's busy, Robert's doing his thing. So I just started like bossing people around, right? I'm like, look, let me do something here. So I'm like, Henderson, get somebody to go get me some tobacco. And I start laying tobacco out and start having people sampling tobaccos. I'm like, pull a roller over, let's get them, like, let's let them make some cigars. And I think Henderson was like, this motherfucker, like, who is this guy? And anyway, so I thought that was kind of funny. That's how we started. And then, you know, we talked throughout the year. I think we like shot some cigar ideas back and forth. I think you actually made some samples. And then I took some guys down. And when I brought some guys down, you know, it was a very different experience because now we had a little relationship. We got to know each other. We got to trust each other a little bit. And Henderson did an awesome job. But one thing that I want you to talk about as it pertains to our like friendship and relationship, you know, I've made a lot of cigars with a lot of talented people. And every time I learn something new, but also I think that, you know, I kind of have a profile that my signature is kind of, you know, unique to my cigars. I smoke cigars that people send me or that I work on with somebody or a cigar maker had their idea, and it's a fantastic cigar, but it's not really my profile. And you know, I always think it's like maybe there's something we could do with that, but when it comes to making an anniversary cigar, when it comes to making a blend that I'm putting my name on it, it's not that the cigar is not good enough, it's just not me. And you know, the first couple of cigars we like really tried to work together on, but now I can almost be like, man, I need a cigar, and like you send me something, and then sometimes you'll come back and be like, I'll be like, yeah, I loved it. You're like, yeah, but try this, you're gonna like this one more. And it's, how do you like, how did that kind of like, you know what I like, you're able to make cigars that kind of, whether I contributed or not, almost taste like I had my hand in it. So how has that been like? How did you figure that out, and how have we been able to get to that point?
What I figured out, I think we coming from the same generation of cigar smoker, I will say, and something that I figured out is that you can enjoy a traditional cigar, but for your signature, you never will like to use a traditional cigar, and that's the same with me. All the blends that we've been putting in you know, with your name on, it's been blends that I consider that they're unique. We're using tobacco difference to what we use in the other blends. They have some level of intensity. It can be smooth but not mild and boring, you know.
Yeah.
It should have a lot of flavor, and that is, I think you're all about the flavor of the cigar. So if you have some deepness, smooth but deep, and rich, this is a direction that you're gonna like. I think you don't like the too mild and traditional, and you don't like too spicy and sharp. And I think that's a middle spot that I'm in the same area also. So I think it was.
I like that when we work together on cigars, often what we can accomplish, and it's kind of what you're saying, but you can smoke that cigar first thing in the morning, and the nicotine content and the intensity is not so high that you can't enjoy it, right?
It's not.
You know, I think that if you smoke the cigar through your mouth, you know, it tastes medium, right? Great with a cup of coffee, great first thing in the morning, and you almost appreciate in the morning how sophisticated it is and the layers of flavor. But then a little later in the day, you know, you retrohale that cigar, and then you start getting a little bit more intensity. Right, so you know, a cigar that tastes medium, kind of through the mouth, but is sophisticated, a lot going on. When you're sitting down, you really want to just enjoy it for what it is. You know, it's like a work of art, right? A lot of stuff going on, a lot of complexity. But then when you want that intensity, you can retrohale that cigar. You can notice the intensity; it's there. but it's just not in your face. Sometimes cigars that have a lot of flavor, to me, are one-dimensional. So I like something that's sophisticated when you want it to be, but then has enough intensity when you're looking for it, right?
I mean, the thing is, so when we create blends together, for me, is like to have two brains, one from the retail side that understand the behavior of the cigar smoker, and also this side of the world that have a well different taste and a way different idea, and also more open brain to new flavor, because we are in the factory and we got used to something. It's different when you trying everything from all around the world, different cigar, different tobacco. So when we get together is a great combination, because we get to have the freedom of your palate, you know, and then I'm in the factory and have some Dominican tobacco, some tobacco that I use in my blends, and we need to figure out some specific flavor profile with what we have, but with all the ideas from all the tobacco that you've been trying all around the world. That's what makes something unique between the combination of working together with Brandon, and it's pretty exciting. I always learn new things with Brandon, and it's always a challenge also, because he's very picky. He knows what he likes, he knows what he wants, and you have a direction. You have to hit that direction, that goal in terms of making a blend. It's not just to have a good cigar, it's to find out something special. So, and
that's why, I mean, again, just to end it, but that's why I really like working with the Henderson. I mean, before, when I would make a cigar with somebody, I felt the need to, you know, fly to Dominican Republic or Nicaragua 2, 3, 4 times before we come up with a cigar. And early on, when we started working together, I thought that'd be how it would have to be for us to make a cigar. But for the most part now, we can have a couple phone conversations, tell you what direction I want to go. You know what I like. You know what unique tobaccos you have available. And then he always delivers something that's incredible without a ton of work on my end. Yep. For example, the anniversary cigar we just made, you know, we had some conversations about it. He brought me something to the trade show, and then he said, hey, trust me, I liked it. He said, trust me, I'm going to tweak this a little bit, because I think I can make it even more special. And I never went to the Dominican Republic once, and now we got a cigar that we're both proud of.
And the thing is, blends take times, and we started to work on that blend. You try it. I have a few cigars left that I let in age. I tried that cigar in the Dominican Republic. We tried that cigar in Vegas. We tried that cigar in Texas.
Yeah.
And you experience how the cigar tastes in different climate and different level of humidity. And then when I tried the cigar in different places, I was like, you know what, like maybe on a drier climate, it get a little flat or something. Let me twist the blend, you know. And I travel with the cigar, and then I bring back the idea to the Dominican Republic, to the factory, and I try to improve what we already did. I think it's not, for me, good not enough. It should be great. So right now for the 11, we have one of the greatest blends that we ever create. It's smooth, but with a lot of character, and rich. It's a classic. I think it's a classic of our days. Not a classic from back in the days. This is a classic that we made. That we're making in 2021. You know, I will say this is a cigar more for experienced smoker. You have a lot of complexity, and it's a lot going on, and to appreciate that cigar, is a cigar that you need to sit down and enjoy it, you know.
Well, today's the day, man. We get to share it with the world.
Thank you.